Hi guys, today we're going to be looking at patterns and reciprocals. So our directions tell us to multiply the fractions in column A and column B, then observe patterns and answer the questions below. So what I'm looking at is 1/4 times 5. So I know that the number 5 is a whole number, so that's really going to be 5 over 1. So I'm going to multiply 1 times 5 and get 5. And then I'm going to multiply 4 times 1 and I get 4. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, I need to take 5 and I'm going to divide that by 4. I know it will go in one time. Let's subtract 4 and I get 1. And so now I know that that is 1 and 1/4, and that's what we have here for our answer, 1 and 1/4. So we know that we did that correctly. Okay. Next, we're going to be looking at B. It says 5/4 times 5. So that's really 5 over the 1. And I know that 5 times 5 is 25. And 4 times 1 is 4. So what I have is 25, and I'm dividing that by 4. So 4 times 5 is 20. Let's see if I can get closer. 4 times 6 is 24. And 5 minus 4 is 1. So I end up with 6 and 1/4. And look, we are correct. We did it right. Okay, so I'm going to erase this. So you're really just working it like a regular multiplication problem, and then you're working it with top in, bottom out, the Tae-Bo, just like you learned in 4th grade. Next, we have 3 times 4 is 12, but I also have 4 times 3, which is 12, and that's just my whole number 1. That's easy. Look at number 4, 2/3, and I'm multiplying by 5 over 1. 2 times 5 is 10. And then 3 times 1 is 3. So I have 10 over 3. So 10/3. I'm going to take 10 and divide by 3 to get my answer. 3 times 3 is 9. Subtract 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. 3 and 1/3, which is exactly what we have right here. Now you guys stay with me. You're doing a great job. You're going to have some work like this in a little while, and I know you're going to do just fine with it. You're going to understand it, and it's going to be super easy for you. You'll be proud of yourself. Hang in there. Okay, next I have 8/5, and I'm multiplying by 5 over 1. 8 times 5 is 40, and then 5 times 1 is 5. And I know that 40 divided by 5 is 8. And that is my answer. We are correct again. So this is just a good way for us to get a little practice and to be able to check some work that we're doing. Look at number 6. We have 4/5, and I'm multiplying by 5. 4 times 5 on the top and 5 times 4 on the bottom for my denominator. So my numerator is 20, but my denominator is 20 as well. So the answer is 1. 5/8, and I'm going to multiply by 5 over 1. 5 times 5 is 25. And 8 times 1 is 8. So I'm dividing 25 by 8. I know that 8 times 3 is 24. 5 minus 4 is 1. So 3 and 1/8 is the answer. And we worked that one correctly as well. So these are some that you can always go back and look at again if you need to, just to get a little bit of practice and see that you understand the concept. Okay? Next, we're going to be looking at 7/3, and I'm dividing by 5 over 1. 7 times 5 is 35, divided by the 3. So I have 35 thirds. So 35, and I'm dividing by 3. That goes in one time. I'm going to bring my 5 down. That will go in one time as well. And that's 5 minus 3, which is 2. So 11 and 2 thirds. You guys are doing a great job staying with me. Thank you for working so hard. We're almost there. Let's look at this next problem. I have 1/6 and I'm multiplying it by 6 over 1. So basically we just get the whole number 6 over 6, and that is 1. What do you notice about the problems in column A and in column B? Well, in column A, all of the fractions are less than 1. And in column B, all of the fractions ended up being improper fractions, and they were greater than 1 or greater. What do you notice about the answers in column A and B? Of course, we've erased them, but we did work through them. In column A, the answers are less than 5, which is what we were looking for, okay? In column A, all the answers are less than 5. And in column B, all the answers are greater than 5. Multiply the fractions in column C. What do you notice about the fractions and answers in column C? Well, all of those, the fractions are flipped, the reciprocal, and they result in a product of 1. We got a product of 1 in every single one of those because it was that number over that number, like 6 over 6, or 12 over 12, or 20 over 20, and that's going to equal 1. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for hanging in there with me, and you're going to have a homework assignment that looks very similar to this, and you'll be turning that in through Kami. Thank you.